Hi, I'm Nicole Belanda, the Customer Advocacy Program Manager at Rockwell Automation, and we're here to talk about results achieved. I'm joined by John from Automation Plus to talk about some results that they've achieved. Hi, John. Could you tell us maybe a little bit of background on what you guys do?
At Automation Plus, a Salas O'Brien company, what we focus on is industrial manufacturing, mostly, and we also get into some built environment and other areas within the world that has an automation need. I think we really like to drive focus with our clients on a business impact, a sustainability impact, and really an empowerment of their resources. We've been a partner with Rockwell for many years, and we really got interested in Emulate3D and Arena a few years ago. We really saw that power. We saw how, digital twins, it's just not hype technology anymore, right? It's here and now. I think for so many years in industry, there's been this focus on providing all this information, and it's critical, but it gets complex. So for us, and this is where Arena is really helpful, is we really focus on reducing complexity. It's that process scenario modeling. It is taking business parameters, overlaying it into the actual production vessels, lines, equipment, and then modeling for different scenarios. And with Arena's easy, intuitive interface, it gave us that ability to not only have our developers engage quickly and easily, but showcase that to the client, really reducing their complex process.
Well, and this is where your expertise really comes into play, and we're so happy to have Automation Plus as a member of our partner network, because you could put anything into this model, right? It takes
Correct.
some level of knowledge up front to understand what's relevant, what to enter into the model.
That's where that domain expertise comes in, and understanding how the processes work, what are the key components that impact that production, and that comes from our engineers, our specialists understanding the process, but also conversations with our client. You really need to get that baseline information first, then you can incorporate it into a digital twin. Then you can translate that over into the software and really drive some great success.
So you have many stories that we could have picked from, but we decided to focus on this one food and beverage customer who came to you with a special need.
We had a client who really wanted to expand one of their production facilities, and they had a plan and a thought process of what they would do, but they wanted to get that secondary opinion. So we engaged with them, first and foremost from a domain expertise, right? How does their process work? And as we looked at that process, we said this is a perfect test case, a perfect way to use a digital twin. How can we use process scenario modeling to really help them make good business decisions? As we went through this scenario modeling, you can say, I need 3, 4 tanks, I need 4 or 5 new packaging lines as your basis, but as you model, as you work through the actual nuts and bolts, you find out maybe we need more, maybe we need less. And in this case, what they found is that they actually needed more equipment, more capacity to hit the requirements for their production and really drive that speed to market, which was the goal of this project. So as they were going for their capital request for this expansion, it was about $20 million. So that $20 million estimate was off, and it was off by a significant number, almost $50 million. Now, they weren't happy that it was inaccurate because it went the wrong direction, but they were happy that they found that out long before they put a shovel in the ground, right, where it became significantly more expensive. Utilizing this digital twin, they were able to shrink their schedule plan for the actual expansion, even though it was more effort, more equipment, and ultimately more dollars. One of the great things about Arena and its capabilities is it's a living model. Now that they have the entire facility modeled, to be able to use that in the future, so it can really drive production optimization. It gives you a baseline to then implement and leverage generative AI. AI is coming. It is really going to transform manufacturing.
Let's dig into that a little bit, because I find that very interesting. So we have the digital twin, we have the operational data. How are we using that, and how would generative AI play a role in helping them improve their business?
As you look and you operate your business, operate your factory, your industrial location, there's an ability that transforming or acquiring the information that your senior leaders have, that your senior technicians have, and putting it into a AI engine that then could be utilized by your less senior resources. I can see a future where a resource comes up and says, here's the problem, and they take a picture, right? And then that picture goes into the engine, it comes back and it helps you troubleshoot the problem. When you leverage that across the cloud, it can troubleshoot a problem in all facilities. So then you can not only look at reducing training, reducing the resources that you need to have on staff.
That's super interesting, and that's something I'm sure a lot of companies will be looking to take advantage of in the near future. John, thank you so much for joining me and telling us the story of how you've helped this customer. We're glad to have you in our partner network, and we're glad to work with you.
Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it.